Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we take a look at some of the top stories in AI and education.
Yeah, we've got 5 articles we're going to go over today. We'll be exploring each one in detail.
Sounds good. Let's get started with this story out of California. The Daily Bruin is reporting that the state is partnering with NVIDIA to bring AI education to all of its community colleges.
And this is a big development because it represents a large-scale public-private partnership focused on integrating AI education into a statewide system. California has 116 community colleges serving over 2 million students, so this initiative has the potential to impact a huge number of people.
Yeah, and they're not just talking about adding a few, coding classes here and there. The goal is to implement a comprehensive AI curriculum that will reach students across all disciplines.
Right. The program aims to equip students with the skills they need to thrive in an increasingly AI-driven world, whether they plan to transfer to a 4-year university or enter the workforce directly after community college.
And the article highlights the fact that the initiative will impact transfer students who go on to attend universities like UCLA. They even have plans to implement similar AI resources at UC schools in the future.
And this push for broader AI integration appears to have the support of key figures at UCLA. The article quotes Lucy Evetijian, UCLA's Associate Vice Chancellor and Chief Information Officer. She believes that AI will eventually play an important role in everything, from enhancing student learning to improving data management for monitoring student performance.
One of the things that struck me about this article was the emphasis on making AI accessible to everyone. They're calling it the democratization of AI.
That's a key theme that emerges in several of the articles we'll be discussing today. There's a growing recognition that AI is no longer a niche technology, and that we need to ensure that all students have the opportunity to develop AI literacy.
Speaking of AI literacy, our next article focuses on an entrepreneur who's making waves in the AI education space, with a tool designed to help teachers streamline their workload.
Yeah, we're talking about Armin Jaffer, the founder of Brisk Teaching, who was recently featured on the Forbes 30 Under 30 list. His AI-powered Chrome extension is already being used by over 700,000 educators worldwide.
That's a pretty impressive reach. What's the secret sauce behind Brisk Teaching's popularity?
It seems that the key to their success lies in their approach. They're not trying to replace existing systems or force teachers to learn entirely new platforms. Instead, Brisk Teaching is designed to integrate seamlessly into the tools that educators are already using.
So it's all about making teachers' lives easier by automating some of those time-consuming tasks that can lead to burnout.
Exactly. And the article highlights several key features that are particularly popular with teachers. One of them is the content creation capability. Brisk Teaching can help teachers generate lesson plans, create quizzes, and even assist with drafting report card comments.
Another feature that caught my eye was Inspect Writing. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Inspect Writing is a pretty innovative approach to plagiarism detection. Instead of simply flagging copied content, it provides teachers with a detailed version history of student assignments.
So teachers can see how a student's work has evolved over time.
That's right. It promotes transparency and accountability while also helping students understand the importance of developing their own voice.
The article also mentions that Brisk Teaching is committed to data privacy. They don't send user data to third-party AI providers like OpenAI or Anthropic, and they operate their own licensed language model.
That's a crucial consideration for educators who are understandably concerned about the security and ethical use of student data. It's encouraging to see companies like Brisk Teaching taking these issues seriously.
Now let's shift our focus to an article from eSchool News that explores how AI is being used to create personalized learning experiences for students with dyslexia.
This is a really exciting area of development because it has the potential to transform the way we support students with learning differences. The article highlights the fact that traditional approaches to dyslexia intervention often fall short.
Things like supplemental reading aids and extra time on tests can be helpful, but they don't always address the root of the challenges that dyslexic students face.
That's where AI comes in. AI-powered tools can provide much more targeted and personalized support. For example, there are programs that can summarize complex texts, offer auditory support, and visually structure information in ways that aid comprehension.
One of the examples that the article mentions is visual mind mapping. These tools allow students to break down complex information into smaller, more manageable chunks, and to see the connections between ideas more clearly.
The article also talks about the benefits of text-to-speech options with customizable pacing and tone. These features can be really helpful for students who struggle with traditional reading. They can listen to the text at their own pace and in a voice that's comfortable for them.
It's all about making the learning experience more accessible and engaging for all students. Now let's move on to a story from Sammy fans about Samsung's Solve for Tomorrow STEM competition.
This competition is a great example of how AI can be used to address real-world problems. Samsung is awarding $2 million in prizes to schools that are using AI to tackle issues that matter to their communities.
And the reach of this competition is impressive. They've got 300 finalists representing all 50 states.
It's inspiring to see students across the country engaging with AI in such creative and meaningful ways. Some of the projects that the article highlights include using AI to improve recycling efforts, develop assistive technologies for people with disabilities, and even create early warning systems for natural disasters.
These are ambitious projects that demonstrate the potential of AI to make a positive impact on the world. Our final article for today takes us to Australia, where a small primary school is making big strides in AI integration.
According to Education HQ, St. Peter's Primary School in Melbourne is showcasing how AI can be used effectively across the curriculum, even in a school with high language diversity and low socioeconomic status.
This story is particularly interesting because it challenges some of the assumptions that people often make about AI in education.
There's sometimes a perception that AI is only for elite schools or for students who are already technologically savvy. But St. Peter's is proving that AI can be a valuable tool for all learners, regardless of their background or circumstances.
One of the ways that they're using AI is to translate materials for parents. They have a very diverse student population, and many families speak languages other than English at home.
By using AI to translate school documents and communications, they're able to ensure that all families feel included and informed.
It's a simple but powerful way to break down language barriers and create a more equitable learning environment. They're also using AI in really creative ways in the classroom.
The article mentions that they're using AI to help students illustrate their writing and even to create songs for literature lessons. They're really embracing the potential of AI to enhance creativity and engagement.
I love that they're not just using AI as a tool, they're also teaching students about how AI works and how it can be used responsibly.
That's so important. We need to equip students with the knowledge and skills they need to navigate an increasingly AI-driven world.
So that wraps up our look at the top AI and education stories for today. What are some of the key themes that stood out to you?
Well, one thing that struck me was the emphasis on accessibility and equity. We're seeing a growing push to make AI education available to all students, regardless of their background or location, and that's really encouraging.
Another theme that emerged was the importance of human-centered design when it comes to AI tools for education. The most successful AI applications are those that are designed to support and empower both teachers and students. They're not about replacing human interaction, but rather enhancing it.
It's also clear that AI is no longer just a futuristic concept. It's already having a real impact in classrooms around the world. And that impact is only going to grow in the years to come.
So as we delve deeper into these stories, let's keep those themes in mind. What are the implications of these developments for educators on the ground? How can we harness the power of AI while also ensuring that it's used ethically and responsibly? Those are the questions that we'll be exploring in the rest of this deep dive.
I'm looking forward to it. Let's jump in. So let's unpack this California and NVIDIA partnership a bit more. What are some of the nuances that educators should be aware of?
Well, one detail that really stuck out to me in the Daily Bruin article was the potential impact on student time management. Don Days Rougeau, the senior advisor on workforce development and strategic partnerships to the California Community College's chancellor, suggested that students could save like hours thanks to the efficiency of these new AI tools.
That's a good point. If AI can help students, streamline their workflow and complete tasks more efficiently, it could free up valuable time for them to, focus on deeper learning or pursue other interests.
The article also includes perspectives from students at UCLA. Matthew Workman, a computer science graduate student, expressed support for the initiative's forward-thinking approach and believes that this partnership with NVIDIA could significantly enhance the capabilities of the existing research labs at the university.
Seems like there's a lot of enthusiasm for this partnership from both students and faculty. They recognize that AI is becoming, more and more important in many fields. They want to be at the forefront of this technological shift.
Now let's turn our attention back to Armin Jaffer and brisk teaching. The Forbes article delves into his background and the inspiration behind the company.
Yeah, it's really interesting to learn that Jaffer's experience working in education technology at the Chan Zuckerberg Initiative really played a key role in shaping his vision for brisk teaching.
He saw firsthand the challenges that teachers face in managing a multitude of tools and tasks, often feeling more like operators than leaders in their own classrooms.
And that's exactly the problem that brisk teaching is aiming to solve. By integrating AI seamlessly into teachers' existing workflows, Jaffer thinks that he can help them reclaim their time and focus on what really matters, connecting with their students and fostering a love of learning.
Yeah, the article also sheds light on the development of brisk teaching's, unique features. One of the most interesting aspects is their approach to plagiarism detection with Inspect Writing.
Like we mentioned before, Inspect Writing allows teachers to see how a student's work has evolved over time, providing valuable insights into their writing process.
Instead of simply flagging potential plagiarism, Inspect Writing encourages transparency and helps students understand the importance of developing their own voice and style.
The article also addresses the really crucial issue of data privacy. Jaffer emphasizes that brisk teaching prioritizes security and doesn't share user data with those, external AI providers.
They operate their own licensed language model, which gives them more control over how the data is used, and they achieved GDPR compliance back in August 2023, ensuring that their platform meets those stringent data protection regulations of Europe.
Yeah, this commitment to data privacy is essential for building trust with educators and ensuring that AI tools are used ethically and responsibly in educational settings.
Now let's take a closer look at the eSchool News article about AI's potential to transform learning for students with dyslexia.
The article highlights the limitations of conventional approaches to dyslexia intervention, noting that while, supplemental reading aids and extra time on tests can be helpful, they often fail to address the full spectrum of learning needs that dyslexic students have.
AI-powered tools, on the other hand, offer the potential to create truly personalized learning experiences that adapt to each student's unique strengths and challenges.
Right. The article provides several examples of how AI can be used to support, dyslexic learners. One promising application is the use of AI to summarize complex texts, making it easy for students to grasp the main ideas without, getting bogged down in the details.
Another example is the use of AI to provide auditory support, allowing students to listen to text at their own pace and in a voice that's comfortable for them.
The article also mentions the use of AI to create visual mind maps, which can be incredibly helpful for students with dyslexia. Visual mind maps allow learners to break down complex information into smaller, more manageable chunks, and to see the relationships between ideas more clearly.
These tools can be incredibly powerful for students who struggle with traditional reading and writing, as they offer alternative ways to access and process information.
And because AI can track a student's progress and adapt to their individual learning style, these tools can provide a level of personalized support that would be difficult to achieve with traditional methods.
The eSchool News article really underscores the potential of AI to make education more inclusive and accessible for all learners. Now let's turn our attention to Samsung's Solve for Tomorrow STEM competition. The Sammy Fans article provides a detailed overview of the competition, highlighting the substantial prize pool and the impressive range of projects that students are undertaking.
Samsung is awarding $2 million in prizes to schools participating in the competition, demonstrating their commitment to fostering STEM education and innovation.
The competition is structured in stages, with schools advancing from state finalists to national winners, earning significant funding and technology resources to support their STEM initiatives.
But beyond the prizes, the Solve for Tomorrow competition is remarkable for its emphasis on using AI to address real-world problems.
The article showcases projects from across the country, with students using AI to tackle issues ranging from environmental sustainability to healthcare to social justice.
These projects demonstrate the power of AI to not only solve technical challenges, but also to inspire young people to make a difference in their communities and the world.
It's clear that the Solve for Tomorrow competition is not just about teaching students about AI, but about empowering them to become active and engaged citizens.
Now let's travel to St. Peter's Primary School in Melbourne, Australia. This small school is proving that AI can be a powerful tool for creating inclusive learning environments, regardless of a school's resources or demographics.
The Education HQ article details how St. Peter's is using AI to address the unique challenges they face. One of the most notable applications is their use of AI-powered translation tools.
With a highly diverse student population where many families speak languages other than English at home, St. Peter's recognized the need to bridge communication barriers.
They're using AI to translate school documents and communications, ensuring that all families have access to important information and feel included in their child's education.
This is a fantastic example of how AI can be used to promote equity and access in education. It's about leveling the playing field and ensuring that all families have the support they need to help their children succeed.
But St. Peter's isn't just using AI to address these, practical challenges. They're also embracing AI's potential to enhance creativity and engagement in the classroom.
The article mentions that they're using AI to help students illustrate their writing, adding a visual element to their storytelling.
They're even using AI to create songs for literature lessons, bringing a new dimension to their study of classic texts.
These creative applications of AI demonstrate that it's not just about automating tasks or replacing human teachers.
It's about expanding the possibilities of learning and finding new ways to engage students' imaginations.
What's particularly impressive about St. Peter's approach is that they're not just using AI as a tool, but they're also teaching their students about AI.
They want their students to understand how AI works, how it can be used responsibly, and how it's shaping the world around them.
This is essential for preparing students to be informed and engaged citizens in an increasingly AI-driven society.
So as we delve deeper into the implications of these articles for educators, let's consider the challenges and opportunities that AI presents.
Yeah. One of the key questions that educators are grappling with is how to integrate AI into their teaching practices in a way that is both effective and ethical.
There are concerns about data privacy, algorithmic bias, and the potential for AI to exacerbate existing inequalities in education.
These are valid concerns, and it's crucial that we approach the use of AI in education with a critical and thoughtful lens.
We need to ensure that AI tools are used in a way that benefits all students, and that they're designed and implemented in a way that is transparent and accountable.
Another challenge is the need for professional development to help teachers understand how to use AI effectively in their classrooms.
Right, many teachers feel unprepared to teach about AI or to integrate AI tools into their lessons.
This highlights the need for, ongoing training and support for educators as AI becomes increasingly prevalent in education.
But despite the challenges, there's also a great deal of excitement and optimism about the potential of AI to transform education for the better.
AI has the potential to personalize learning at scale, provide teachers with real-time insights into student progress, and create more engaging and interactive learning experiences.
It also has the potential to make education more accessible and equitable, reaching students who have traditionally been marginalized or underserved.
So as we move forward, it's important that we engage in open and honest conversations about the role of AI in education.
We need to address the challenges head-on while also embracing the opportunities that AI presents.
The future of learning is being shaped right now, and it's up to us to ensure that AI is used in a way that benefits all students and creates a more just and equitable world.
Now let's shift gears and explore a topic that's closely related to AI in education: the ethical considerations that we need to be mindful of as we integrate these powerful technologies into our schools and classrooms.
So one of the most pressing ethical concerns is the potential for AI to perpetuate existing biases.
Yeah, this is a critical issue because if the data used to train AI algorithms is biased, then the AI systems themselves will reflect those biases.
Exactly, and that could lead to, unfair or discriminatory outcomes for certain groups of students.
For example, an AI-powered grading system that's trained on data from a predominantly white, middle-class student population might not accurately assess the work of students from different backgrounds.
Right. We need to be really careful about the data that we use to train these AI systems, and we need to ensure that it's diverse and representative of the population we're serving.
Another ethical concern is the potential for AI to be used in ways that undermine student privacy.
Some AI systems are designed to track, student behavior and emotions in the classroom.
And while this data can be used to provide personalized support, it can also be misused.
Absolutely. We need to establish clear guidelines and safeguards to protect student privacy in the age of AI.
Students have a right to know how their data is being collected, used, and shared.
And they have a right to opt out of any data collection that they're not comfortable with.
Transparency and consent are crucial when it comes to the use of AI in education.
Another ethical consideration is the potential impact of AI on the teacher-student relationship.
Right. Some people worry that AI could lead to a depersonalization of education.
That's a valid concern. We need to make sure that AI tools are used in a way that enhances human interaction, not replaces it.
Yeah, teachers should always be at the heart of the learning process.
Absolutely. AI should be seen as a tool that can support and empower teachers, not as a replacement for them.
Ultimately, the ethical use of AI in education comes down to human judgment and decision-making.
Right. We need to be thoughtful and intentional about how we integrate AI into our schools and classrooms.
And we need to engage in ongoing dialogue about the ethical implications of these powerful technologies.
The future of learning is being shaped right now, and it's up to us to ensure that it's a future that benefits all students and upholds our values of fairness, equity, and respect.
That's a great note to end on. As we conclude this deep dive into AI in education, we encourage you to continue exploring this complex and rapidly evolving field.
Stay informed about the latest developments, engage in critical conversations about the ethical implications of AI, and don't be afraid to experiment and innovate in your own classrooms.
The future of learning is in our hands. Let's shape it wisely.
Thanks for listening.